foul. That was absolutely ridiculous.
The Boston Bruins have won the Stanley Cup.
Up on down. Here comes a 1-2 pitch. Red Sox win the World Series.
I don't know. It's tough. Tom's up there, man. Being tough.
Ladies and gentlemen, evacuating for Boston.
What is going on, YouTube? It's boy Just made here on YouTube and from Beats Out Takes. We're back in another reaction video. Your Boston Red Sox are in the MLB playoffs for the first time since 2021. Crazy. After all of the negative talk that I've been saying about FSG, ownership, the GM, and how they run the organization, and how they treat the players, so on and so forth, and how badly they treat the fans. The Red Sox are going to the playoffs. You can't take that away from them. And listen, there's going to be a point in time where I need to make clarity about where I stand with the team, because there are confusions or whatever here and there. Even my friends are trying to figure out where I stand with the team as a whole. I know there are times where I am harsh with the Sox. That comes out of love, because I know when this team is at their best, and I know what it takes to win with that organization in specifically, where if it doesn't happen the way I know it or whatever, I get pissed off. I get angry. My frustration goes out to ownership and all of them. And sometimes it goes out to the team too, and I apologize for that. I 100% will own that. But there are also times where my frustration towards ownership and them gets misplaced with when I'm critiquing the team. And people sometimes will think that I'm taking it personally on the players. Never. Never. It's not the players' fault. That ownership is cheap and has let some great talent go and royally disrespected them out the door. It's not their fault. It's not even Cora's fault. That's upper management. So there's going to be a point in time where I'm going to have to make things clear on where I stand with the Sox in general. You guys know, this YouTube channel used to be a Red Sox only channel. Like, it was Red Sox everything, and then you got your occasional Celtics videos. And that was really it. Like, if you guys have been following me for that long, you guys know I was the diest of the diehard Red Sox fans out there. Life as a Sox fan was one of my most favorite things I've ever recorded on my YouTube channel. That 2018 run. The one mistake that I will admit that I made that year is that I did not fly to Los Angeles to see that team win it all. I did not make that trip. That's the one mistake that I made that season. Should have flown out to LA to see the Sox win it all. Should have known better. Should have known that that series was not coming back to Boston. But you get the moral of the story there. I will always have some sort of fandom in the Red Sox because of all the memories that I've had in the past. And it goes beyond that 2018 year. You guys saw me document the 2021 year, the 2022 season also. And I was a Sox fan then. I was a Sox fan for one of the downest times ever. And that was the 2011 collapse. The horrid 2012 season. The epic collapse in 2014 after a championship, where they dismantled that team quickly also. Some guys that they should have paid, John Lester. 2015 was the start of the rise, but even that year too, going into the season, there was no expectations, and like, it was a rebuild year. 2006, oh man. Just being shy of making the playoffs there too. I rooted for this team when they were down. For me, personally, it was more of a betrayal than it was anything this time around, at least. There's going to be a time and place where I explain all that. The million-dollar question that I've been asked is, who are you rooting for this postseason? And I reiterated that, like, what... Like, my number one team, or my, like, number one root for the postseason? People would say yes. Who is your number one root for this postseason? I'm sorry, but... Team Bogarts and his team till the day I die. With Team Bogarts over here. First, so whatever team Xander's on, that's who I'm rooting for. So I'll be rooting for the San Diego Padres to win it all this year. However, I will be rooting for the Red Sox to go to the World Series. If the two collide with each other, then I gotta go bogey. I'll be at the 2 games at Fenway also. I will not miss that. Because, realistically, that'll be the first time Xander Bogaerts returns to Boston. And it would be on the biggest stage. Holy shit, that would be cinema. But then thinking at the same time, you're gonna really be in Fenway Park and not root for the Red Sox in the World Series? Wow, that's insane. Obviously, you guys know my love for Xander Bogaerts. Again, if you've been on the channel forever, you guys know that there was a personal thing there with me and Xander. The dude actually remembered me when I went to one of his meet and greets. Because I would always tell you guys a story that he would recognize me whenever I was in the ballpark or whatever. We would chat it up before games whenever I was able to catch up with him, so on and so forth. So that's a personal tie. Does he remember me now? Most likely not, unfortunately. Because again, he's been in San Diego for a long time. COVID happened, this, that, so on and so forth. So I didn't get to see him as much. But his brother does. So I count that, I guess. And follows me on Instagram. Probably subscribe to my YouTube channel as well. So if he's watching this, what's up, Jair? Yeah, that's a personal tie there. So I'm going to be Team Xander Bogaerts first in the postseason, a.k.a. his team that he's on, which is the San Diego Padres. So want to see my boy get another ring. He's already got 2. Hopefully he can get a 3rd this year. But if it's not San Diego, I will say that if it's not San Diego for me, it's going to be Boston. So, not Mookie Betts this time around. Mookie has enough rings. He's already there. So, sorry Mookie, not this time around. We're going to react to this video here. Big news, Red Sox clinch playoff spot. Full reaction by Red Seat Radio. Shout out to Red Seat Radio. He's been through hell and back as well. Also, huge shout out to the fans also. Congratulations to the players, the coaches, and to the fans. You guys all deserve this 100%. There is no fan base that deserves this more than you guys. Feels good to see Boston winning baseball again. It feels good. It's never a good thing to see our team suck. It's never a good thing. So, when we see one of our teams in the playoffs, it's always a good thing for this channel. It's always a good thing for Boston Sports, so on and so forth. Let's see what they do. I don't know how far they're going to get without Roman Anthony. I'll tell you what, though, say Don Rafaela. That's my favorite on this Red Sox team right now. That is my favorite. Roman probably second, but say Don. Dude is cold-blooded out here, you know what I mean? So, we're going to react to this video here from Red Seat Radio. Again, very happy for Red Sox Nation. Very happy for the players and the coaches. And it's going to be fun seeing the Red Sox back in the postseason again. Wasn't the same, honestly. Honestly, it wasn't the same. Whenever your big market teams are in the postseason, that means your sport is thriving. So, It's a good thing for the Red Sox. It's a W season, massive W season for the Red Sox, regardless of how it goes. And Red Sox fans should be very excited about what is to come for their future. So leave a thumbs up if you guys enjoy these videos here. Subscribe now if you guys are new. You guys know what to do. Go check the website. The link is in the description down below. If you guys want to be notified whenever we drop an upload, hit that notification bell so you can be the first one to watch these videos. If you guys want to win a signed Jaylen Brown Boston Celtics draft hat, the link to that giveaway is in the description down below. Go follow the rules so you can potentially win that giveaway. And without further ado, let's hop straight into the reaction.
I have been waiting to make this video for far too long.
I know, you probably got tired of me saying, I told you so.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Red Seat Radio. My name is Corbett. Thank you very much for clicking on this video. I've been making YouTube videos on this channel for 3 years. 2 of those years, I've been making videos on this YouTube channel every single day but Sunday religiously. And for the first time in the 3 seasons that I've covered this Red Sox team, I get to tell you guys the Boston Red Sox are headed to the postseason. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Last night, the Red...
Oh, yeah, let's talk about that real quick. Let's talk about that real quick before we go even further into this video. Me, personally, I don't feel right being at Fenway for the playoffs. I don't feel right being there. So I will not be bringing out any videos from the postseason for you guys. However, there is a certain individual who is also part of Beantown Takes, who absolutely deserves to be in the building for the playoff run, that will be bringing out the videos for you guys for whatever game he goes to. So, while I will not be in the building, somebody from Beantown Takes will be in the building. Again, you guys might say, hey, Jesse, you're allowed to go or whatever. You're from Beantown. You've been a Red Sox fan forever. We understand how you feel, whatever. You should still go. For me, at least, I just don't feel right being in that ballpark. For the postseason, at least, I feel like there are a lot more deserving people who deserve to be in that seat than me. So, I will not be there. Again, unless if San Diego meets up with the Red Sox in the World Series. Then I will 100% be in the building. But, yeah. There's somebody from Beantown Takes who will get you guys footage. So, and he already knows how I record. He already knows how I record a Red Sox game, so he should be alright with it. Maybe I could give him like a little tutorial before he goes to the game, whatever. But one of us will be there. It won't be me, because again, I don't feel right being at Fenway Park. I feel like, I shouldn't say I don't deserve to be in that stadium, but like I mentioned, there are a lot more deserving people who deserve to be there as opposed to me. So, I will not be in the building, even though some people will disagree with how I think about that. Some people will say that I should be in the building. Some people will say you're allowed in the building for the playoffs. We know you've been harsh, but like at the end of the day, we understand. I don't feel like that. So, while it won't be me, somebody else will be getting footage for you guys.
Sox clinch their postseason spot. Honestly, I don't even know what to do. Like, I genuinely have no idea how to act because I've never had to cover a Red Sox team in a playoff run. Don't get me wrong. I'm unbelievably excited about it, but I'm like Ricky Bobby in that scene from Talladega Nights where he's like, what do I do with my hands? I don't know what to do with this video. The only thing I'm upset about right now is that I'm not in the studio to really sort of do this for you guys. I'm currently dog sitting. I was going to wait to get back to the studio to make it, but I mean, the game just ended like 30 minutes ago. That's how psyched I am. I had to get on here. I had to share with you guys because it was my absolute first thought.
Yeah,
so
I'm on 24/7,
I suppose we
so I
should
wasn't
start by
there
going
last
over
night.
the actual game itself, right? I feel
But
like
even
that would be a
last
good
night, too,
place
I
to
still
start.
would've
Corbin, let's
been
talk
like,
about that because
in the building
it
to see
was
them clinch the playoffs.
exactly
I
the
don't deserve to
way
be here
this
either for
2025 Red Sox team was always going to get in the postseason, right? They were going to stress you out 99% of the way, and then that last 1%, they were finally going to come through, and you were going to be able to celebrate them, and that's entirely what this 2025 Red Sox team was, wasn't it? I mean, you start this game off, they had Kyle Harrison going against the Detroit Tigers, and he really didn't look all that sharp. He ends up going 3 innings, allows 7 hits, 3 earned runs, 3 walks, but did have 7 strikeouts. We knew it was going to be a tough matchup for Kyle Harrison. The Detroit Tigers are the second best left-handed pitching hitting team in the entire sport. Kyle Harrison has been a little bit off this entire year, AAA, as he was getting up to the major league level, right? You knew the Red Sox were going to have to score runs. Problem was, for a large portion of the game here, the Boston Red Sox couldn't do that. Casey Mize was absolutely cruising through 6 innings. They scored just 1 run in the first 6 innings, and it was Alex Bregman hitting a double, and then Masataka Yoshida, who, by the way, we got to have a conversation about Masa, man. This guy just absolutely, he saw my video and went, no, this guy cannot be right about me, and has come alive in these last few games. A big reason why we're making the video we're making today. Buddy was 3 for 4 in last night's game, but before the 6th inning, that was kind of it, right? You were sitting there going, oh my God, this Red Sox offense is doing what this Red Sox offense has done periodically throughout the season, which is just disappear for a period of time, right? They disappeared last night or 2 nights ago against the Toronto Blue Jays. For 6 innings last night, they just couldn't get the job done. All of a sudden, a little bit of panic starts to kick in, but then the Red Sox started to fight back. But before we break that down, a quick word from today's sponsor. The weather is getting colder. The leaves are starting to change here. And for baseball fans, that means stressful games are coming, right? But for sports fans in general, it's a fantastic time of year. The football season is back, and the next great touchdown is coming. Now you can bet on it. That's why for the entire month of September, we are part of $5 and get use code.
Okay, I should probably put it on here too.
Back to the video. Very simply, their fight, right? I mean, think about this season. Going back through the entire thing, spring training, you were sitting there and you're like, oh my God, this is the best put together Red Sox team we've had in years. And there's Devers drama. Then Cutter Crawford isn't going to start opening day. Then Lucas Giolito isn't going to start opening day. Then you get through the first month and you're like, okay, this Christian Campbell kid's pretty good. Rafi doesn't look like himself. That's a big problem. But Bregman's an unbelievable addition. Then all of a sudden that flips on its head. Christian Campbell's terrible. Trevor Story's terrible. I mean, you trade away Rafael Devers. Alex Bregman's hurt for an extended period of time. You do basically nothing at the trade deadline. You have Roman Anthony come up, absolutely explode. Then he gets hurt. Marcelo Meyer gets hurt, right? You go through like 100 different pitchers this season. All this team has done this year is fight. True. And that's why, to me, last night's game was so poetic. Because once they get past the 6th inning, they start to get a little bit to Casey Mize. There are a couple of singles. The Detroit Tigers say, hey, man, we're not taking any chances. We're taking you out of the game. Nate Lowe hits a sacrifice fly. They can't get anything else out of that, but it's all of a sudden 3-2. Now the Red Sox are cooking with gas a little bit. They come in to the 8th inning. Then Carlos Narvaez hits a single. And Nate Eaton comes in. He seals a bag. The throw's bad. All of a sudden, he's on third base. Jarren Duran, who's, been a catalyst for this Red Sox team all year. Unbelievably inconsistent this season, absolutely. But when he has been on top of his things, he has been a catalyst for this Red Sox team. And of course, he's the one who hits the single to tie this game up, which sets up not only Aroldis Chapman for the 9th inning, which, by the way, we got to talk about the bullpen for a second, right? Because the bullpen, huge in this game, but a huge reason why the Red Sox are where they are. I mean, there were times this season, there were guys this season for sure. Jordan Hicks comes to mind. But overall, the Red Sox bullpen has been their biggest strength. And in last night's game, Alex Cora managed that bullpen perfectly. He used literally everybody. He did matchups.
Boy, I'll tell you what. Lucas Giolito shocked the hell out of me this year. I know he's talking about the bullpen, but I'm gonna go as far as the pitching in general. I didn't think the starters would be as good as they were this year. I really don't think anybody did, to be honest with you. Giolito at a sub 3.5 ERA. You could not have put that on my bingo card. No shot. No shot I would have believed you. I would have said maybe a 4-2. 4-1 maybe. 3.41? No way. I would not have given you that. Bayo at a 3.35. After last year, I don't know if I would have gave you that either, honestly. I would have gave you maybe 3.8, 3.9. What did he do last year? Last year he had a 4.49. Yeah, right, yeah. So maybe a little bit of improvement, but not a full run less given up this year versus last year. No way I would have gave you that. You're starting 3 realistically, and you found some key arms in the farm system as well. Connell Early, that dude is going to be a stud. That dude is going to be incredible. I mean, Peyton Tolley, we saw his debut against Pittsburgh. He's got some good stuff too. And obviously, we do not need to talk about Garrett Crochet. Whitlock went back to the bullpen this year and was absolute nails. They should have done that a long time ago, clearly. 2.25 ERA out of the pen. Then you gotta roll this Chapman. Then you gotta roll this Chapman where everybody was saying that, oh, I don't like the move. He's a diva. His off-field stuff are antics, so on and so forth. But he is the best reliever in baseball. 100%. We could look at the MLB bullpen pitchers, and I will tell you right now that I don't even know if there's a reliever of the year award, but he should get it. There's no ifs, ands, and buts about that. I mean, hell, even Greg Weiser, as much as Ben and I make fun of him for saying that he's Ryan Brazier 2.0, dude had a 2.86 ERA also. In 71 games pitched. That's pretty damn good. If you would have asked me all around, this team this year was really good. There's a couple, though, however, that I see. Dustin May, Richard Fitz, Jordan Hicks. Obviously, Walker Buehler was an issue. A couple others in here, but for the most part, the rotation was phenomenal. Stellar. Absolutely perfect. The team all around, they did phenomenal this year.
And every single one of them delivered to their job. In 6 innings, the Red Sox bullpen allowed just 3 hits, 0 earned runs, and kept the game exactly where it is. The Red Sox are nowhere near the position that they're in today without that bullpen out there. So I have to shout
100%.
those guys out. But obviously,
and that's been a weak link.
This was always going to come down to Aroldis Chapman, right? Who comes in, leadoff double, all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, like, Chapman, no way, this is a guy that blows it. He doesn't. He gets all the outs he needs to get, and we set up the 9th inning, which of course ends in one of the biggest moments we've seen from the Red Sox in probably recent memory, at least since 2021.
Yeah.
Ceddanne Rafaela, he's been entirely bipolar this year. Well, actually, I shouldn't say entirely. His defense, no matter what, is going to be some of the best defense in baseball, right? It's probably easily the best defense in the AL. It's probably close to, if not one of the best in the entire sport, right? You always know that guy's going to be good defensively. Offensively, he's been a little bit of a different story, where he's been really all over the place this year, right? He's been one of the best hitters in baseball. He's been one of the worst hitters in baseball. But one thing Ceddanne, no matter what he's doing at the dish, does incredibly well is he shows up in big moments, right? He's able to find himself in those spots. And
I got to take on him,
sometimes he
but
delivers, sometimes he doesn't, but it feels like more often than not,
we'll save it
in
for
those
another
big
day.
spots, Sedan's able to find himself a hit, right? He had one of the biggest
All I know
moments
is-
of the year
I'll tell you
earlier
it's
in
just
this
a positive
season with a
take.
walk-off home run against Ryan Yarbrough.
All right, seeing that you gave me this picture right here, I guess I'll make the take. Not gonna say he's gonna be Mookie Betts. I will not go that far, but I'll tell you what, his game gives me vibes of Mookie Betts. Not gonna say he's gonna be as good or better than him, but his potential is a shell of Mookie Betts, if you were to ask me. Again, the hitting's just got to be a little bit better. He's got the clutch gene in him like Mookie Betts did. The defense in the outfield is platinum glove caliber. Even a second base, too. Like, he can play the infield. He can play the outfield. The swing looks like his, too. A little bit. Like, you can see similarities in the swing. Again, not gonna say he's going to be Mookie Betts, because that would be insane. That'd be an insane take right now. But he can definitely be a shell of Mookie Betts, like his potential. Like a lesser version of Mookie Betts? 100%. Not MVP caliber, but like an all-star caliber player. That his game is very similar to Mookie Betts. That's not a bad thing. That is not a bad potential at all. You take that all day long. For me, I can't help but see the resemblance in his game. Again, I'm not going to say he's going to be Mookie Betts. Because that's a lot to ask for. But something similar to what Mookie Betts was, or is, I should say, absolutely 100%. That's not a wild take.
Well, Romy Gonzalez, another huge reason why the Red Sox were able to get to the position they're in, was able to dump a single into the outfield in the ninth inning, and that brought up Ceddanne Rafaela, who did what he does, and that is absolutely smoke a baseball to dead center field, giving the Red Sox their 6th win in those green jerseys, and every single one of them is a walk-off. When I say this was literally the most poetic way for the Red Sox to get in the postseason, I'm not kidding.
It
right?
was.
You look at, all of these factors combined, it genuinely is unbelievable. But there were some absolutely fantastic moments here. I mean, Ceddanne, for all the ups and downs that he had, to be the guy that did that, I think was an unbelievably cool moment. And we got to talk about him a little bit, right? Because now we got to talk about what situations do you want guys in a postseason, right? There's not a crazy amount of guys on this team right now where I'm saying bottom of the ninth, I want that guy up there. Right now, I think it is Ceddanne Rafaela, right?
Yeah.
He may go 0 for 4 with 4 ugly strikeouts all the way up until that ninth inning, but getting into that ninth inning, I think I'm sitting there saying his mentality changed a little bit. He just feels like one of those guys who's built for this big moment.
No,
He
I
feels
totally
like one of
agree.
these guys who just knows when to turn it on. And last night, he turned it on in the most important moment of his career and the Red Sox season. So what does this all mean? Well, besides the fact that we could finally breathe, I mean, dude, we got to a point in this game where the Red Sox offense still wasn't doing anything, and I was sitting there starting to panic a little bit, right? Alex Cora was just burning through literally every single one of your high leverage relievers, right? He used everybody, and every time an arm kept coming out and the Red Sox still couldn't score, I kept saying, oh my God, if they lose this game, I don't know how they are going to be able to navigate these next 2 games, right? You just need 1 win, but it's going to get a whole lot more difficult if all of your bullpen arms were burned in that first game, right? So you can finally go, just breathe a little bit, right? I mean, we've been on edge for weeks now. We've been on edge for months now, so it feels really, really good to finally sit here and be able to say comfortably, it does not matter what happens these last 2 games. The Red Sox are going to be playing October baseball. Now,
Soxtober's
on top
back.
of that, this win also puts them 2 wins above the Detroit Tigers, 2 wins above the Cleveland Guardians, and obviously totally eliminates them for even thinking about the Houston Astros. Now, in order for the Red Sox to play either the Yankees or the Blue Jays in this wild cards game that they're going to be playing in, they're going to have to win this series. If they don't, what most likely is going to end up happening is they're going to be either facing the Cleveland Guardians or the Detroit Tigers. Now, I think the easier path for the Red Sox would be to go in and face the Detroit Tigers or the Cleveland Guardians. I think both
Totally
those
agree.
teams are just a tiny bit more flawed overall roster-wise than either the Yankees or the Blue Jays. But to be honest with you, I think that's a conversation for Monday, right?
Yes.
It just feels so goddamn good, ladies and gentlemen, to sit here, look you guys in the eyes, and say, I don't care, right? Because at the end of the day,
Right, you
they are
shouldn't
still
care.
going to be playing October baseball.
Honestly, you know what? He took the words right out of my mouth. It doesn't matter what they do at this point. It's a win of a season. They could lose the wild card round, and it's a win. It is a win of the season. It's a W season for them because they actually got over that hump. I credit the players. I credit the coaching. This really pains me to say. This really pains me to say. Hard credit to Greg Breslow and ownership for bringing in Bregman and Garrett Crochet. But they did everything they could during the season to sell the season away. I will say that, though. But most of the credit goes to the players and the coaches. That's where the credit goes mostly.
All right, doesn't matter if it's the Yankees, Blue Jays, Guardians, or Tigers. On Tuesday next week, or this Tuesday, I should say, the Red Sox will be playing playoff baseball. And I gotta just give me a second here to get a little sentimental, okay? I said at the beginning, it's been 3 years on this YouTube channel. You guys have watched me with Xander Bogaerts leaving, with Rafael
I love how he just says Bogarts. Bogarts must have been one of his guys also. So that's why he said him first, maybe. But yeah, he's right.
Devers being traded through 2 years of the Red Sox not spending any money, through 2 separate GMs. You guys have watched live streams when the Red Sox have been eliminated from playoff contention for weeks. You guys have supported me through literal miserable Red Sox baseball, and here we are. I cannot thank you guys enough. It's moments like this that make it feel all that worth it, doesn't it? All that suffering that we went through this year, all the things that went wrong this season, the thousands of times where we sat here and we said, I don't know if the Boston Red Sox have it. I don't know if they have the talent. I don't know if they have the mojo, the hitting, the pitching, the coaching, right? How many times did we say that this year? We made like 4 different videos on guys that we thought we should not be on this team anymore. And yet here we are. Here this channel is making its first ever postseason video. Here the Red Sox are in their first postseason in 4 years. And I'm on cloud 9. I am on cloud 9. This is the happiest I've been on this channel, maybe ever.
It is. Right.
But I can't thank you guys enough for being along the ride. Whatever happens in this postseason, what it looks like is the Red Sox have such a bright future ahead of them. And I can't wait to share every single moment with you guys. But I'm having the time of my life. I hope you guys are too. I hope this video wasn't too all over the place. I tried to write it out a little bit, but you know me. I'm a pretty emotional guy, and this is the most emotional moment of the season. So let me know in the comment section down below, what'd you think? What do you think of the Red Sox clinching? How do you feel about them going into the postseason? What do you think is going to happen over the next couple of days? What are your immediate reactions to the Red Sox walking it off? Do you think it's as poetic as I do? Just let me know all your thoughts. I don't know. Tell me about the weather yesterday. Just tell me everything, man. I want to hear from you guys. Let's share this moment together in the comments down below. As always, if you made it...
Shout out to Red Seat Radio. Links in the description down below. Go shoot him a follow. Go subscribe to his channel. I'm assuming he's going to be ramping up the postseason content as much as he can, as he should be, rightfully so. And congrats to Red Sox Nation, to you guys, the fans. You guys absolutely deserve this moment more than any other fan base in baseball. And they're back. They're back in the postseason. It's a good day in Boston sports. If it's a good day in Boston sports, then I'm smiling too. So that's going to do it for this video here. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe now if you guys new. You guys know what to do. Go check out the website. The link is in the description down below. If you guys want to be notified whenever we drop an upload, hit that notification bell so you can be the first one to watch these videos. Also, if you guys want to win the Jaylen Brown signed Boston Celtics draft hat, that giveaway is in the description down below as well. Thank you guys for watching this video. It's been your boy Jesse, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Later, guys.